Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby and I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today I'm going to give you a workout you can do at home. We're going to use a fit ball, just a regular playground ball or any type of ball that you have lying around. If you don't have a ball like this, you can just use your hands and I'll show you. A band and one dumbbell. So minimal equipment and a good workout coming up. So make sure you warm up before you start. So if you haven't warmed up, press pause and come back. Do 5 to 10 minutes of walking or riding a bike or elliptical or just, walking up and down your stairs a few times. Open up those blood vessels, get your muscles moving and ready for some exercise. Okay, so we're gonna start on a fit ball today. If you don't have a fit ball, you can do this seated in a chair, but I'm gonna use a ball and then just a playground ball, or if you don't have a ball like this, you can use anything to hang on to really, or you can just use your hands and I'll show you. So we're going to start with some marches. So we're going to get a little bit of core and a little bit of balance going. Marching to begin with. Then what we're going to do with this ball is touch alternating knees to begin with. So anywhere along this continuum, stop if this is really challenging for you. So just the marches if that's hard. Hang on to that ball if you need assistance, or hang on to a chair next to you if you need that. Add the ball if you feel able. And then what we're going to do is take your arms overhead. We're kind of adding instability as we go. So if you're able to do these, you can keep going with me in the instability. If you're having trouble with any of them, maybe go back a step or just kind of stay at that one step for the rest. All right, now the final thing we're going to do is we're going to straighten out those legs. And we're going to straighten out and touch your shin with that ball. So I want your torso to stay tall. I don't want you dipping like this to touch. Try to keep those hips under you and keep your abs engaged so that your back stays nice and tall. So the second time through that you do these, I'm going to do them all once through today. The second time you do these through, pick the one that works for you and do that about 10 times on each leg. I know we've done way more than that, but I wanted to get through all those variations so that you feel confident in the one that you choose, and it's a good challenge for you. Okay, next we're going to do some reverse lunge knee ups, and we're going to add one dumbbell. So what I want to do, stand nice and tall, step back into that reverse lunge, go down, come up with your knee up, shoulder press. So it's a little bit of balance at the end there. So down, shoulder press. So we're getting a bicep curl and a shoulder press all at once here. Some legs, some balance. If this is too challenging for you, you can hang on to something sturdy with that other hand. You could do these at a kitchen counter pretty easily. If these are too much for your knees, just step back like this. And then you can do just a little lunge, and then you can still get that bicep curl and shoulder press. So just a little. Or if that's still too much, you can just step back. So step back, do that bicep curl, shoulder press. If you are able to, though, do that full lunge and add that balance. So we're activating everything all the way from your toes, through your legs and your core and your one arm to begin with. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. So I'll just keep turning this way so you can see. I'm going to step all the way back. Remember, if this is all you can do and then you go up into that shoulder press, that's okay. Step back into that lunge, knee up, shoulder press. So we're getting a bicep curl, shoulder press each time. Try to keep that knee straight over your heel here. Over your ankle. You want a nice straight line from your knee down to your ankle. Don't let that knee collapse in. You want to keep everything in a nice straight line here. Keep breathing. So the big step back is the really important thing here, so you can keep those joints in their right angles. 2 more. All the way back, up, back, and up. Okay, great. Next, we're going to lower to the floor on your hands and knees and do a bird dog crunch. So we're going to start like this. You want your hands directly below your shoulders. You're going to reach out with one arm and then the opposite leg. Hold it for a count of 2 or 3, and then we're going to crunch your elbow towards your knee. So we're working all around your core for this one, working your whole posterior chain, and then crunching those abs towards each other. Keep your head in line with your spine, looking straight down at the floor. If you look up like this, it can be really straining on your neck. Crunch. Doing one whole side like this really requires a lot of core strength and stabilization. You really want to think about having a straight line from your fingertips out through the tips of your toes. Keep breathing. 9 and 10. Good. If you need to sit back and give yourself a little bit of a break in between, now we're going to start the other side. So you start with your hands directly below your shoulders. Now we're going to reach your left arm straight out and your right leg straight back. Hold it for a count of 2 or 3. Crunch those elbow and knees towards each other. 2, 3. If you find yourself wobbling a lot, and it's hard for you to balance on that one knee and hand quite a bit, you could just reach out and you could put this toe down for a little bit of balance if you need to. If you have any shoulder pain with this, instead of reaching out straight, you can reach out like this. That's okay. But really try, even if you're struggling with the balance part of this, keep trying. Even if you have to put a toe down every now and then or put your hand down, that's okay. Just keep working on it. Let's do 3 more. If you don't have a carpet that you're doing this on, you might want to put a pillow under that one knee for that stability, for that cushion. Okay, great. Bird dog crunches. Now, grab a band, an exercise band. I'm going to show you with both here. I have a loop band and just a regular band, exercise band. So I'm going to have you do a push-pull. I'm going to use my loop band, but you can do the same thing with just the plain exercise band or tube, whatever you have at home. So with this, I'm going to have you start as a single leg stance. So we're always going to add a little bit of instability. So stand on one leg, hold the band here at your chest, and I want you to push out. So we're going to get a little bit of shoulder and chest. We're going to push out all with one arm. So this is our push. And then stay on that same foot, and we're going to push with the other hand. So switch and push out. If you find that the band that you have is not very challenging, you can hold it closer, you can double it up, whatever you need to make this a little bit of a challenge. You want to keep your shoulders level. I don't want you to push out and do this type of thing. You want to keep your shoulders level, keep them pulled back. You're just pushing your arm out and staying stable on that hip. All right, now we're going to switch legs, and we're going to start with the band in front of us. So I'm gonna pull back with the same arm that I just pushed with, because now this one is gonna hold it out straight. So I'm gonna pull back like I'm gonna do a bow and arrow. And I'm standing on my opposite leg. You can pull that elbow back. Think about squeezing those shoulder blades towards each other. So we're working our postural muscles, our shoulder muscles, a little bit of bicep here. This stabilizing one is also working. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Just keep working on that same one. All right, now hold it out with that hand. Switch hands, pull back. Remember, I'm keeping my shoulders level, keeping them stable. Pulling back as hard as I can, thinking about squeezing that shoulder blade towards my spine. So your core is having to work here, and your hips, and your feet, and your balance. We've got a lot of different muscle groups firing here. Okay, good. Now, you can put the band down, and we're going to do a squat kick. And you don't necessarily have to kick, but I want you to stick your feet out straight. So what I want you to do is start with your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to do a squat, stand on one leg, kick, squat, alternate, okay? So when you sit back, I like to put my hands forward. It kind of helps me with balance. So your hips sit back like you're going to sit in a chair. Stand up, kick, squat, kick. So your arms go forward when you squat, pull them back for that balance. If the kick is too much, just put one foot forward like this. I don't want to hurt anybody's knees. Kick if you can, squat, kick. Trying to keep your head and your chest up as you squat each time. We're going to do 10 on each side, so it's going to end up being 20 squats. All right, I think one more on each side. I kind of lost count. And kick, good. All right, the last one, I'm going to have you do a calf raise. So you can either just do it on the floor, nice and slow and controlled. You want to go up as high as you can, like you're trying to see over something, and then come back down to the floor slowly. We don't want to drop. You want to do it slow and controlled both ways. The other way you can do it is do it on the edge of a step, or just a little lip in the flooring if you have it. And you don't necessarily have to do this without anything to hold on to. I really want to get this full range of motion of your calf muscles and really working on that. That lower muscle, those lower leg muscles are really important for balance. So just really focusing on that. We've done quite a bit of balance today already. So your balancing might be a little tired by now. So you want to just really think about going up as high as you can on those toes, looking out over a crowd, you're trying to see something, and then slowly lowering down. So you can either let your heels go below the step, or you could just keep them level, but it kind of gives you a good pivot point if when you have that right on the balls of your feet. All right, 10 or maybe more, but that's okay. Okay, now if you want to pause it and do another workout of 5 minutes cardio, get your heart rate up, or you can go right back into it and do this again. So just rewind, go back to the beginning, or if you've written them down or something, just go through them 2 or 3 times total, and then do a good stretch at the end. You're really going to want to stretch those calf muscles and your quad muscles from all those squats and lunges. Stretch your chest and your shoulders, and don't forget to keep breathing throughout. All right, everybody, have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Please let me know if you have any questions or need any assistance with any of this. Thank you so much.